won mamanga na yango kan yarngo Eastern Corridor won dagbango aviatum pana won pam netem malala fe kato labna neteto tonji sheltem bol Sankara breakfast show ma Yul Mohammed Sohini Shahran man tabro song de madu wone baninya Bashir Amin Abdallah ni Yusuf le rete machina dala fezo Dr. X-Ray omini DJ Azindo baninya nevo shaban le rete machina dala fezo katito kan na be kulokam ka dirta dan fanama lola kam ka ibe titirani tijingo nyala ben shadem be an dunia yango zo zasa nang banyene domin tinjia sa shelngo ay gu chang Facebook live anyala nevo songu yang ba tijingo ma ay bali yang pang mama ka shele ka shabba de dan fani But first of all, to suwa lafi kataba ne dapa katiza yina lam mbotu bangsam nyed fam. Yes, lala nyele tinji sa shalngo lolo kam nyala don kum zanza kadinyala so kam zan ha bang nyala den tam Sankara Radio 103.1 megahertz. So kam zan ha bang na tam kyangoma kashal zon tahle ye to shalon gorgan da tangban wone halle na tamale kada zatta lahai na takahage lala ye to ama yala dinnin ni dinye sham lala ye to shal ni yala ngo deben yaldi ye to halte station wo te deben yaldi ye to ama once kada pa yina polone ka station wo yul bole tala hanyale ne management responded to lala ye to shall den yina polone ma pon yala te de kaniya ne te de yalla la ye to ate po hanwozo ayi because den nang dabai barana jeng wom kat yaldi ye to tinti yen yaldi ye to ngo shelen nang kay to ma yen be kay to ngo yen yele sheli de be yele shel dinan ku yele shelin yel ka shel yen yelas bon. I hope you understand me. Ne poka pa nyen won che abanzal kenwo asbango na dite jingo danfani lala ye to ma yi yela pambien ka zongo dapselongo katien zamzam kati yela la ye to ma nai tin labna tgbay zongo dapselongo la bedem biene ngorgan de tangban ngone katien kede ne di tobiela de baba hande di ti parti siyasa saha kaganda moema jentudu ngone tinyala banyen lehila la yela mane de puni yinganya Zongo dapsilongo Finance Minister Ken Oforiatta. Onyala nemvoso wenye nchete Ghana jina dumane. Ntezang beshatem bole budget review, media budget review. Enzang swangtena. Yunamai ti champerge. Talaha nyelene lala fokum sekwan balngo otiana te Ghana jina dumane. Ntezang lala lahbayengo nzang swangte. Gwamnantene lehe budget shelbanda punzang swangtema. Bombord na mal shanga zal sham. Na bombord na bokpo yela ma chang sham zaha. Zongo dapselongo onche jina dumane. Demba pege zongo den ma da pege ya. Onche jina dumane. Kurge pia. Ami kurge pingo de onche na be because the last time then I am current budget kurge pika da spectro but oda chena later in the day. But zongo dapselongo la bal shel temal wohre ne kadama kurge pi de Finance Minister Ken Oforiatta onyala nemvo songo yen cheche jina julu mane betuni anangza nelala media budget review ngoma is very critical and very important. Lalan lahanyale swahma ensanya exactly yumpia Tengbanzo Lankuro, His Excellency John Evans Fifiata Mills Wanda Konya Valley Sahashale Onya Tengbanzolana Wonya Tuli Tengbanzolana Konya Valley Sahashale Wona Nya Tengbanzolana Inje Komazo Yadla Fourth Republic one Kadeda dam Tengbango pam Yala pam yina zanka de polo De bazanya la ben shouting yan lehe as to whether yel shangadin yinama bontune de nang malala yela mazale kadabela nang and also on malga kache ben shawonda nang tetengbango bontune te boham denne zang le liab ga tetengbango wala gesisma bontune te boham ven yelanga zang le song tengbango babbo Mabia la nyale atere ne bokoy shelden garla tida yala ni loan sheliye to ada lunati Ghana jina dumane kadije ni la loan ngoyi be passe tetengbango te economy ma den ke yawo halka IMF nimda timno denne kayel ne kadama Jina duma bande yiba pass la loan wotinye yalle la loan ngo aitera minority num da zaxia ne boko temno danne ne domin gwamnati ba kahgaba la armani en chente nan bini en chang tutum tun shanga la ma zo bankanu tembodan batim borshal danne nyala la loan ma da pass ya $750 million Canada passe the puni $70 million the enkamuna tike lot 5 mil lot 6 Eastern Corridor palongoma kaduto nale la lots 5 and 6 ngomi tena yango bia denne denen tahle kad nang talahai le zon dapsel ngote le la yelma nyati nyen ne sham Neden comes on hakpalam tinyala bayen keden. Now back to business. Yul Mohammed Sohini Shahran Nupoka Paapam ne abangman na tam Sankara Radio 103.1 megahertz ka bodna di amfane shele dembe te zon jimane temabia tezo te tuzo shab biele shab ngahaba shab boyfriend shab yedana yadla temabia DJ Dollar timino nda bekwenwo kade nyaksepam yeto shele katemino sonsoni timino kazable shale ma wonji ngo mino kai ni personal issue shale no Mbimi kaso migba mino male any personal issue at Sankara Radio. But ozangla o resignation letter titi kayel tene oyen labla shukuru. That is what is captured in the resignation letter. But no lab shukuru. And ever since lala letter man kana dan yinga bakane, it's more than 2 months now. Tinajin anajin wom kati yeldi to adungone. Ante wom kati yeldi to ngoma. Ye to shanga yele. Ka station wo yul bole. Katiba kahgale de tiang manla won yel shelma lala shirinyale. That is why ka sabongo. Domin tisaha pumbasarity. So we wouldn't waste any time nititwe to shele demben dia amfani shele. Yenam ban wom de tongo. Because mamborka biani kani nchana du ngone di nyalani yang kana tizang ye pai ka yel musra dembe tangban ngone kadi nye fako dini nye mango galaga ama kani ye to shanga dan kani tama bima ni yitwengo ogba da na be yele obuduna po hanzoti yel so dalar shel din che ko yitwe until bakwai shel dan garma kata wom on granted interview into the sister station shele station ma nyala za TV precisely on Zakotu program shele mabia nem brother Rashid nerba pamiola Kawa Stone on hostel program shele on za TV kabobole Zakotu lala program ngopuni ya toapam yina zankba ngun sane why ko yipyengo one of them nyame ni tunkana tyengo yani mani nguna ni DJ Parara na alkawli shelbin da agbatima da bapale tulimbala inyi ni yuarba kanna oh champion DJ ni yorba kanna kanyen tackle one after the other tuli waye to ma puno yelene ben zangtana ne kab zangti chantano hotel kadman la like bagbatila al kawli shele katakana kadinya dabam kala la nyale. The fact of the matter is before kati yisi tamale nkana yango tekpamba nizang poro song zangti Alhaji Zaid ne Haji Abiba Tashani Mahama to see you nambala bada titula preference bada yel teme tenemi mbo bia goshe tinya kaina mi sole chali eletiti kabiyali yim bor bia goshe shall come din katiya nang tinya. In fact before katakana dida jamais ne de bomle betin kana until inya binye shalma te borle ti jele kati choose tem shale. We had a choice kati altan kana so tempana mada sahabi hagushe ngona kane so tala hanyale netina lodge in one of the best hotels in Yendi, White House katadabe White House mami dalil sheldon che katabe dan ne was tinayem bielani katamun mamang pai katachang tinya tina mamang ne bore preferred accommodation shale lo shepolo tinyem bi kamal suhdo kato tumtumama venyalanga kadi chang first one tinya lo shepolo kati no to so bagbale kabe na ka problem kad lahanye second one kati to so bagbale te kpamba ma be jesole. So Bob won puni in delay katidana be White House. The pala bezangtum natin White House kadang mala bugbatila le kaule ni be zangtum nang be agushe katite kana ka bezangte changtana hotel. No, that wasn't the case. In any case, Timbe White House so kamza biela o apartment no do. The palabas lanlatiza nang du yenga puni. And I mean White House, kasonyen yela. The White House is one of the best hotels in Yendi. So, katibie Bob wane hali intipanya. Tizoso wuhurla shukur shelbe Yende municipality ngo. Tangpang shele. Ntamla di yulma. Timino nyela taba. Fila pune kati yelo tumbor bihagu shisham. Kozang chang currently timbia loksapoloma. 3-bedroom apartment. Fully furnished. Tugbam venyalanga ho. 3-bedroom apartment. Fully furnished. Everybody in their room. Kabin shak kambia dene. Fully furnished. Tibu yo kobo dene tekpamba man dele tete. O interview man awum ko bolle. Iwum ko yele ne after Timbe White House tin yine mane. And it was because to that board but that board la lok sepolo tin mamang suhu ne bora to suhu ne bashale. Kati pi kaban ne bor shele kabe pi tete tin suhu ne bashale kati pi. So tinda panya te suhne gba shel katiana ngoma nguna te so gbale te bora. Kabial ne ka problem. They didn't care about the amount, but I believe Allah kariyan jiba. They paid for it. And up till today, didn't katibe. Up till today, didn't kan bihi yisika yinawo. 3-bedroom apartment. Because never tan yeti. So come no apartment. Unna min kana na mani on di shahara. So that being put aside, with regards to the Zangtumana Ntino Hotel ni karumala like nirni sheda mbaga al kawle shelka yisilma accommodation mashi al kawle shelbi yisilmani. Tenam preference in that delay because we had a choice. And our bosses respected our choice. But I be no, bunny yen yuzo, be kutiti shele, to demole. But I tell him a chance, not to choose a tumbor shele. Kabazang to chang places. Katasobo bal, katia yeti jelly, but I be jesole. One umbrella. 2, with regards to salary, it's so unfortunate that Tema be dollar ni jene on a sister station in Yelne Sankara ni Yorma Narabakana. Highly unfortunate. Sankara has paid us up to date. Up to date. July nekati bion July na be pi. July ibe tribu yorawula. June salary was paid. Bohamama kayango kambe tamal kambe kam family be tamale ka yorkane kam mal family kayan kanna ka kuna hankal no to dele ko bohamama na hankal no to dele hankal ku to dele. In fact, when on droppy on yikyong, because when he left here, o yilaki kadeje no akuto yi without dropping a letter because that tala appointment letter. So you have to write a resignation letter. In fact, it was stated in the appointment letter, if didn't your Lokshepolo then drag issues in the appointment letter, which you ascended your signature on, it was stated that before ka issue Shelbian ka board na yi pre-inform banta tumama. Some clear good months. Kabemina and Yila, maybe in 2 months' time, maybe in a month's time. You sign to it. So, if we're going to go critical, you have breached a contract. Because you mean without writing a resignation letter. Then we compelled him to write that which he wrote. Sahashalon yima lalamantmanichi. He was paid. He was paid salary. Goshel no yipyemo. When Lalo Gwalman edachi, he was paid. If he says it's not true, he can come out and deny it, and we'll prove it to him. He was paid. So I wonder where the issue of Sankara, salary, Buyara, and so on and so forth, ma. I don't know what came over my brother to spew all those things on a national television, because station ma gwabiala de yulma Facebook Live kasokamza leherle across the world. So he sought to tarnish the image of this highly recognized and accepted radio station. SankaraRadio is barely 2 years. SankaraRadio now buy you my. But uncertainty no so comes out tadeti. Yango and beyond. So I ain't yell the etwa kabi yell dinin nenye shele. Ka yell anyhow. Madasahama abanang adalchi. So accommodation, Yori etwa, all what he said was not true. It was a palpable lie. He lied. Appointment letter yetwa. It took us 4 months. The appointment letter no to noni. When we came, Bohemio, Nedenda Yelni Tiyoma account at a very one of the banks in Yendi, precisely ADB. How long did it take him to open his account? Did he have a TIN number? Did he have a SNIT number, SNIT account? The Pamboma da Borman dwelle the right procedure, right channel. I am employee so. Don't to ni bensha kambiene. Ka employee ko mal benefit shanga. SNIT contribution, GRA, and then a bank account. Jilma kam badazantiti. Ne because Bambe believe in I employ so kayuro tables or tabletop goltia kabesena momo. Oh, I will a salary de bia momoni. Kasnet buyara. There's a IT retire from the job. A retirement benefit here in Yala Dene. So in order to put Labin Yarongoza in place, most people here, we were cutting about Tama Konko Kabe employee. There are other employees here. And most of them didn't have Labin Yarongoza, and they wanted everybody to have them. Then they issue the letter to all of us at once. Because the Pambama Kayengo, we be like cry. And Timizami, how busy they are. So eventually it came. And the Mibu ni sahashali appointment letter man na betima. Yorda bu yora. He created a wrong impression as if appointment letters man da na be issue ma. Lele period maza yorda bu yora. We were paid. The Bandapun Yogi account, we were paid through there. Bandana Buyo, they were paid until they got their account, until they had all the necessary Binyar Shangadun to the employee to know Mala at a company. IE SNIT, IE GRA 10 numbers. That is the right way to do things. Not ka be organization shele. Ka gwali ichi ka bizanga alarm nga anuni. Bizanga alarm nga anuni. Di girls ka wula. Ngiyen tahame na borame. Ayi beja. Because alarm za ka bizang tama. But yo any snitch contribution. Looking into the future. Aitila katumani. Ben Shadi Yang Baba. And we are one of the few stations in the region then take a keen interest in paying our SNIT contributions. Very, very critical. The Kwamboma Bajamle from day one. So salary be yorma, it's not factual. Because salary be yora. I won't be here, to be honest with you. Because I'm a family. So why will I leave my family in Tamale and be coming and going? I just feel like talking on radio. No. Kapumpong mi katepili radio tuma. Kadia nze ni tiamprela tibod na ti ye yina ka nerbo bang te zo ka yuar kana katanangda ai. We've been here for a while. So like I said, salary has been paid up to date. I bohaner kamumbe ka be on payroll. Everybody has been paid. June was the last month. June salary has been paid. July nabichi. How do you get paid? So it's not true. And it's so unfortunate that Lala information mark came from none a person but DJ Dollar, who was here with us, Kayetwashel Academy. So we don't know where Konyelala energy and the vigor and the vim against a radio station such as SankaraRadio, which gave you all, because accommodation shall Bima is the best. Is the best. Katin mo yuar dezo. Tekpamba yuar dezo. And like I said, we've been paid up to date. But you're telling me up to date, June. The last payment was in June. Bibu yoti. Why do you think nekanatijin keyel never yote me? Ka nyam te man kalara. No, I wouldn't do that. So the banang yamangle that ne SankaraRadio ne yorma mami yorma nyele. Yorma mi bukana. Oh, Dollar. Come on. You can do far better than this. This is highly unfortunate to come from you. Whatever it was that made you rant, abi yel pai, be I yel ji. Because buhala simple question. Nerbe yel me na yil a sell la parara out. Akamna tamale into seller parara out in your nerbone parara se parara zangamena yango nente chate by what and so on and so forth. Ka host my body yes or no answer. And you said no, you don't want yes or no answer. You want to lie. You prefer to lie than to answer oh no, betray you. Oh yes, betray you. So it's so unfortunate that Lalaban Kana from Dollar. And I must tell you, Tibo Pai Tekbamba and Yer Lalaji Zaid, Nehaji Abiba Tashani Mahama Zakaria. Tibo Paba Tidiba Zoalensi. Tibo Paba Tukuto Samba. I'm telling you, I'm being very honest with you. Tikuto Paba, then we should leave peacefully. Ama kani mbonanang ben shao nere samba yule. No. You will not be fair. You wouldn't be fair. ye to shel na ti yera asbon nkur sa shel nang da no te kaniya ne ti yelle po hanzo batte ma bi imagine la po hanzo yelle ye to shanga ka de jetal hana te kahgale wo ye lori ye to in 6 months time ka follow ma. But I'm glad that in the interview oyelene pararan da dore te kanna ka dore te kuna. But along the line tizami parara ambition ne da nye shele at the Yulma Mian constituency. So parara seek la permission from our bosses with regards to all activities in Mian. Kadien cheka oye nare sometimes because on Mian most of the time run through the constituency just to get the bid for the people to vote for him. So that meant that it couldn't have been again. Because, to be honest with you, Mambador, I don't know how to drive. Ogbaza, he doesn't know how to drive. Tida pana yang lord ma yang handler over to driver. Ono bionya velne. Ali ndohrete through town woni yang porte yanga kana tumani zang te kuleti ma loksha polo chande ko zang te chang. Dinya la program shell kati en chang ko zang te chang. Tang shalom bolte kamal problems woni yan dohte chang. Whilst katibe yongo Friday ida pai, then Parara would drive us back to Tamale. Then because of our ambition to become a youth organizer in Miang, kadije ni sometimes halti yang kana sande ma unkuto kana. So okuto kana, I can't drive. You can't drive. Who will drive? Driver ma mi katamale obiala yango. So the driver cannot drive us from Yango to Naya to Tamale. When koka apartment oka depshe Tamale. And even before that, other fijitame, you went ahead until you mamang moto. When the car was still there, as to how you got the moto, only God knows. We don't know. So Nyindablan Lorma, even when we were using the car, when we were in Yendi, Kalorma Porte Kana, Tumane Porte Kuna. Arablan Perle, you got a motorbike and said you prefer na bamotuma. You are witness to that. Lorma he wasn't using it because he said he preferred to use a motorbike. And even Lord Manada Bianma, Beda Punlan de la Moto Kadizaya. Kadinya la Dubayan support la Tuma, Kamotoma Park Zaya. Nkuze White House. Did I zan pai almost 7 months? Kadiboba. So we felt that no, Motoma Yen Zela didn't cheat. So we have to utilize it. Kadichang Tapo Motoma Ba, Kapile Yusabo. So the car wasn't active anymore. And demi pala bi sizle mazale katkuto usele. No, ti mala activity kaya chang shapolo. We can call on the driver. Kozang te chang the money. The car hasn't been seized as he used. It's not true. But bombon le cheka temabima la katyong la kanaya. To the Kanian to Yale Lalayetwang. But you've pushed us to the wall to respond to your wild allegations and unsubstantiated narrations that you put out there. But we all know that summer, nervous summer, is one of the reasons why you are not here. Summer, Summer ho. The bike you got, you didn't pay fully. The owner was chasing you left, right, center. Summer is one of the major reasons why you're not here. But I won't go into nitty-gritty of it. As I'm speaking to you, I'm teary. It's sad that Lalaya Tuani Yina, none a person but DJ Dollar Sunny. And Samama, if he dare challenges it, I'll bring those people here in the studio and they will speak for you to hear. Ka SankaraRadio, ka yori ye toa, ka jobshi, ka lori ye toa, ka denen ya yengo. No. You messed yourself up in Yendi. I'm messing up in Yendi. Denen ya yengo. Ka SankaraRadio, yobi ye toa. Yobi ye toa, didin ye yobi ye toa, man nuk balampi. Bohama man la. Because tizabi yengona. Tamalma ka tizayi kanapi. So yori ye kane. Why do you think you will leave and I will stay? Stay for what? So tibor minisolo bang ni ye to sheldon gorganda kanarbong mala portion of the video share lama. It's not factual. Obiyel yamangle. Jinyama ko ongma mpate kwambama. Tukwambama bantum bukwambama pamtiti. Being very honest with you, in fact, Tunda Tukana, the first 5 months, we were unable to meet our target with regards to business, but we were still paid. First 5 solid months or 6 months, when meeting our target, Tunda set a target shelter tomorrow, Tunda be meted late because the business here is different. Never can business. Bombard is far different from Tamale. So to have to meet to target. But I believe to be meet to target, so we are not going to be paid. We were paid. Let's thank them rather than denigrate them, rather than spoil their name. It won't inure to any benefit of yours. So Mabia, asbango tan kahgar ye to shel ngoma de bi shel pala te mabima gbajin la poanzo yel ye to shanga ka ball station ngoyule so tala hanyale ne te kahgale te ba kahgale de man la on yel shanga maza yamang le nyele ka yamang le nyele. It's not true. He lied. Finally, before katichang te siyasa saha domin nganda moema pundejia. One other major issue or major reason why you are no more in Yendi is the issue of Amin Bepomble so Pohayo Taba Kayeto Agwala Yina Dene Kadinyala wonder Bizama Nabazamo Metido Kamino Nabiani. And they didn't like the idea. They threatened you. But Wanami this is why you are not in Yendi. Not SankaraRadio. You are big year na you messed yourself up in Yendi. That is why you are no more in Yendi. Tell the people the truth and stop the lies. Yelamba yamangle. Kache jirma ngwabo. Tenam de kania na te yele yetwashanga am push it katete yarmo because temina kazable shale. But you've pushed us to come out and say these things, to clear certain things, to clear the reason why you are no more in Yendi. It has nothing to do with Sankara. It has nothing to do with our CEOs. It has everything to do with Nyemamang misconduct of yourself in this town. So neza lepiongo ye toa ila yina de nyanga. Tenganu bole la nerbishabni yela nebesamandola ka yiyangoma. I will interview them here. We don't have any bad intention against you, no. But You've decided to tarnish the image of the station and the image of those who put up this station. This is the reason why we are responding to you squarely. Anjin Lokshapolo Grantee interview ma. Mama informa to my shembala. Ana min wum kanjin poanzo yel be to abiere. Kaleta na ye to abiere kanamani. Atahani za radio based za TV but negative issues. Have you ever heard me talk about it? No, Babanangdala. You don't do that. In fact, be bohaye to aka kaye to ana yele. Anto yel na kaye to on this one. Obo my next question. Ka question come demanded answer. Tenzale Pyongo. Yul Mohammed Sohine Shahran. I am part of Management of SankaraRadio, and for that matter, responding to this issue squarely. And we pray and wish that it ends here. Because if it doesn't, it will escalate to bringing out more diamond issues that you didn't think we have them. Please, comport yourself.
Yeah. PJ. Manabansi bulletin yabala. That's true. Amala bua bengo kakana ya no manu pro. Okay. Yeah. No kora shaden don tableti elire bole. Albaraka subila da bang pambe ya ne dem yepelon. Suri zama to sola bela da mamye no yabalon. Mbantala puni biagu kankana nan zamzam bela. Mpilla bantala kana poraka zama lamba $100. Mabubele dwello mako zongo gele wumo fiela. Ada yela ma yela pam no yosong gar selama. De zo yetum de tuna kama tumele ne jilma. Mandiri kama la chomda wenye dolo ne dole dunia karama kale bonga adama ka dunia biagu leba legenda. Isabra pam nati wahala kabeti anfani. Shabni tachi mbelo jeye tege dile bugome. Mbagabla na babangle ndola kwambetile. De zo ye chanta chiram sile ndaba tamam pille. Nda dola de de bansam zo laba na board de song sam do me na board de galasam. So tell me what is next. Yeah, the two man with the yaya, Ukuto Kalina, what a man, yeah, two Mongala, Kapiga, so you to my what a lawyer, yeah, I mean, like a Tumakan baby, that's true, sure, check yourself. Shabby lady, but you had the Bella Bantalango. The Bellata Jimna Bastil, Shalan anymore. Shafil Yella, Hali Dua, Back when Yamakaba Yai, until the maker, you until the Halakana Nabili. Ada Yella Mayella go Halazungo Nabe Tamale, no Wabagabana Galasam, or Surla Yavla Wanley, Dozungo Nelly, Domination, the Bela Walla Yobele, Number one Bantale, the neighbor Pierre La Folie. Am I yelling and Nagalam to Tumango Lademele, Bantabatura to make show organizers start guy, DJs knocking cons, producers na vampires. Fans mo shabini, Bunolo Kuto Yale Yamale, Okanan Santa Wumele, Mpana Santa Tale, Amibe Maga Monvele, Kagbadi Pomadamele, Tutumango Yellow your boy, Ukuto Kalenage. Oh my god, so please tell me what to do. What I mean, yes, Tutumango Damele Yaya, Ukuto Kalenage. What I mean, Kapiga, so you to my what a lawyer. Yeah, I mean, the letter to the company. Check yourself.
Okay, so tempo kapa apam ni Anna Kucha Bangma Zalpyango SankaraRadio 103.1 megahertz. Will Mohammed Sohine Shahran Bantabra song the Madunga Bashir Amin Abdallah ni Yusuf. But le hermashina